How to build company culture. What is up? It's Erik J. Olson. I am recording today out of a podcasting booth at a local co-working space. I'm actually recording the audio for my upcoming book, Journey to... No, that's not what it's called. It's called $1 Million Journey. I've got a lot of journeys going on here. $1 Million Journey, the book. Journey to $100 million, this podcast. Lots of journeys. We're on a journey, huh? So today I am recording a part of the book about employees, and I just got done with a chapter about growing the team. And there's a lot of different takeaways, in particular, hiring and firing and how to keep people engaged. And as I was recording the takeaways, I thought it'd be really good actually to share some of these takeaways with you on this podcast. And I just think it's really good information. So look, this is the chapter takeaways. There's 5 takeaways in the hiring and firing section of my upcoming book, $1 Million Journey. So here we go. Chapter takeaways. Number 1, you can only scale so much as a solopreneur. In order to grow your business, you're going to need to hire people. All right. So look, basically just what I said. You know, there's a lot of people, entrepreneurs who brag about they have a one-person company or it's just them and a virtual assistant. And that's awesome. And you can actually do fairly well with that model, but you're not going to scale. You're not going to get to $100 million a year. You may get to $1 million a year. You may get to 2, but I think that's pretty much the limit. Now, of course, there's always exceptions, but the key here is you need a team. In order to scale your business big time, like we want to do $100 million, you need a team, which means you have to hire people. Number 2, hiring is a huge responsibility. As the employer, you become not only responsible for your employees' financial well-being, but also for their careers. By the way, I just stumbled over that word, right? What sucks about reading out loud for an audiobook is like, this is going to be preserved for a long time. And so I would have normally redone that now a 3rd time because I want to make sure I enunciate every single word. On this podcast, it's different. But let's talk about number 2. Yes, you're hiring someone. Of course, you're giving them a paycheck and you're giving them benefits, but you're responsible for their career, right? So you need to think about things like what opportunities do you present to them to grow their career? Are they learning? Are you pushing them? It's more than just a financial transaction. Number 3, create a sense of team. Get everyone together for lunches, happy hours, video calls, or other ways for everyone to get to know each other. Number 4, provide learning opportunities. This allows employees to get better at what they do, and in turn, they'll perform better on the job. No duh, right? I mean, if you invest in your employees and they get better at the job, who benefits? You do. Now, they do as well. Some employers don't allow don't encourage, or I guess pay for their employees to learn because they're afraid that their employees then going to leave. And it's this mentality of scarcity. Like, I have this employee and I need to keep him or her. And you just can't think like that. You've got to invest in your people and you've got to just get them to be the best they can. And if they leave, then you know what? Best of luck to them. And number 5, if an employee is not a fit, be honest. Let them know early and often about your concerns. Don't let them be surprised if you have to fire them. Now, there's a lot of stories in this chapter that I go into. You just heard the takeaways, but the story that's behind that one is my first firing when I first went into business for myself. It did not go well. I did not tell the employee what was going on. I was harboring these ill feelings because I had to jump in and finish his work and it wasn't high quality. And I didn't tell him until I fired him. And that was a mistake. I mean, I may have kind of been like, hinting around about it and grumbling, but it wasn't clear to him that his job was in jeopardy. I never wrote him up or anything. I just had a one-on-one meeting and I fired him. And that is not the right way to do this. No one should ever be surprised if you write them up or if you fire them. they should see that shit coming a mile away. So give everybody lots and lots of opportunity to course correct and improve what they're doing. So anyways, 5 takeaways on hiring and firing. Check out my upcoming book, $1 Million Journey. How much more successful would you be if you could harness the experience of a group of successful business owners? If you could learn from their successes and avoid mistakes they've made in the past? Array Mentors provides the framework and the guidance to help you find your way, get you on the right path, and accelerate your journey to more money and more success. Check out the details at arraymentors.com.